Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Okay, so with the release of the new Street Fighter Duel SEA version and with the release of the special summon characters, and we have a bunch of them, I've been requested to do a priority list for them to min-max, or for them to understand how to min-max their account and use them efficiently, and what to build and what not, and what's worth to invest in. And I have many questions about some guides and tier lists. I'll be updating every guide on my channel, and for you to have fun and enjoy your game if you're a new player or if you're starting right now on the SEA version. So we're gonna start it off with the special summon characters, and we'll be talking about them and what you need to build from them and who to have. Starting off with the characters that need the lowest investment, it means you need only one copy of them for them to work, which will be as follow. Rich Honda is the most important unit right now in the game. So there was once upon a time that we talked that Bison was the best character in the game. Then Gormagalakan came and we said he's the best character in the game. And then came Eva Ryu and we said Eva Ryu and Gormagalakan and Bison are the three best units in the game, and they are in the top of the tier list. That was true until the release of Rich Honda. Now Rich Honda is the best unit in the game and top of the pyramid, and everything else comes beneath it. You can see him used in PvP. He's the best lineup and the best unit in PvP, best lineup in story and unit, best lineup and the best unit in tower and embossing as well. So he's all in all the best in the game overall in every aspect of the game. He can tank, survive, he can deal insane amount of damage, he can debuff the boss and let you deal insane amount of damage, and link the boss and remove or reduce their damage reduction, which is an absolute monster of a unit. Now, all of that would happen if you max him out, so he would work in every aspect. But for bossing, you need only one copy of him, because right now the meta and the best lineup for bossing is including Rich Honda, and with one copy of Rich Honda, because you use his super, he works perfectly fine. So I recommend to build him, or not to build him, just to get one copy of him if you're starting your account. He will help you a lot, especially when the events of bossing comes and you want to rank in the top 10 or in the top 50, so you can get those rewards and build your account faster and faster. So just pull one copy of him and then put him for a future project to max him out. Now, the next unit that I'll be talking about, and you also need one copy of, which is the second highest on this priority list, is Gouken. Now Gouken, if you build him massively, if you build him max, you can use him in PvP, in story, in tower, and in bossing, because he's also the best friend of Visconti Vega. We'll be talking about him soon. And you can use him and he will cheat death, and your lineup, the main lineup, not the tag position, will cheat death as well and get that insane big armor that will keep them alive and surviving and dealing more damage. So I pulled one copy of him, and until now I'm at chapter 42. I'm still using him at one copy. I don't see the need for me, because I'm not going fully PvP. If I want to go fully PvP, I need to build this monster of a tank, the best tank so far in the game. But I don't see the need for me to use him, and I have tanks that I can fill his place or replace his place, like the two Ables. I can use them, cheese them, Zangief sometimes, normal Honda sometimes. So I have 4 tanks that are decent that I can use them. So I'm saving him for later, to build him later. One copy of him help me in every story mode, in every bossing mode. Next, another character that works with one copy. Now, if you don't have Gormagalakan and you want another buffer on your team, this is a better buffer than Gormagalakan in the terms of attack, not in the on defensive wise. For attacking, he will give you until the end of the battle. Just for deploying him, he will reduce 10% of if your lineup current HP, or take 10% or lose 10% of your HP and gain 25% extra bonus damage until the end of the fight. So this will be a great buffer for your lineup. Plus he will deal extra damage and he will reduce. He's a good utility. He's the best utility unit. Him and Gormagalakan are competing for that. I would put them in the same rank. Maybe Gormagalakan is a little bit better because of the functionality of defensive, offensive, and damage that he does, and how he drags the tag position. But for for Eva Ryu, one copy for him. Also, what he does is he reduces the enemy combo meter, plus he silences one unit, plus he goes through immunity. It means he can kill a Bison, a Honda, and so whatever, and which jury or any pesky strategy that you try to bypass, which is absolutely insane. And as still, I have no intention to build him more, as I'm using him with his potential for my lineups and for my strategies and what I need actually on my lineups. He's good actually at 1 copy, so keep that in mind. Also, Gormagalakan, if there was a rerun and you need to pull for him, go for 1 copy. 1 copy for him will help you a lot in bossing in everywhere else. Now, talking about low investment, before I say about the priority of the biggest investment and who you should go for. The low investment units are the best support right now in the game, and it's Summer Elena. Summer Elena, yes, she's the best support in the game. She triggers, if you get her to SS, she will gain the immunity. It means she will not die or take any type of damage while you do your super combo, and she goes and trigger twice. She triggers twice, she heals you, dispels you, and buffs you with her plus 30. Absolutely a great support and an absolute impossible healer. Summer Elena is the best support in the game. Go after her. Don't forget, SS, she's a low investment. It means you don't need those extra 8 copies. I forgot how many copies. So 4 and then 2, that's 6 copies. You don't need the extra 6 copies to make her work. So just build her to SS and keep using her. I will not continue building her. I was a little bit lucky. I got 1 copy. I got a double on her summon, so I went for 1 more copy. So I got her to SS plus just for extra stats, which doesn't help actually that much. But if you want to get her to this level and keep her at SS, she will absolutely be phenomenal. Now, another unit that came into the game like a storm and took over the best PvP character and the second best lineup in bossing, as without Rich Honda and without Fire Adon, which is Visconti Vega. Visconti Vega just pushed me a lot in story, pushed me in the tower, pushed me everywhere. This guy is absolutely a menace, especially for immunities. He just bypasses immunities, kills Bison, kills everybody on the lineup, and his bleed is mega OP because it will deplete the health very quickly, and you'll see it depleting very quickly. He's one of the absolute monsters. He hits like a truck, and you can never go wrong building him. I recommend anybody who wanna just go and wanna build fully max a character, just go for Visconti Vega from the special summon characters. He's an absolute menace in this game, and he's one of the best characters for you to summon. Now next, if you are a bossing mentality character, if you want to go for more bossing, you want another lineup. You have the Fire Adon, you have the Visconti Vega. Now you need another lineup that deals insane amount of damage. Oni is your answer. He helps also in story, he helps in his own tower, absolutely great. I would recommend building him after building Visconti Vega. Visconti Vega goes through immunities, but Oni deals insane amount of damage because he's soul-based damage, which is equivalent to true damage, but not true damage at all, which have a little bit of counters, not so much like Zangief, he counters that, but not a lot of, and Balrog can counter that, but not a lot of characters that can reduce your soul damage taken, which is an absolutely great unit. He's absolutely a menace, AoE damage, just like Visconti Vega, but deals a little bit less damage. He needs rotation after rotation, while Visconti Vega just over time can kill your units even when he dies. And if you're still going for bossing and you think like, I want another unit for bossing, now for single target bossing is Akuma. I wouldn't recommend anybody to build Akuma. He was the first character to be launched with the special summon tickets. This is why I built him. I wouldn't say it's a mistake. I built a character that was OP and meta back then for bossing, and he is still for single target bossing very good. And when it's come to AoE, he falls off a little bit. So I wouldn't recommend building him. Instead of him, I would say go Cammy and Vega. Cammy and Vega, until now, many people don't understand this. And because I don't have them built, I'm never showcasing them in a perfect lineup. They are perfect on a lineup with Dhalsim. So they start their combo. You don't need even to have a combo meter to start your combo, or to have any combo. If you know Cammy and Vega, they can start the super with no combo meter twice at least in the battle if you max them out and get their cars on. So you can start, Dhalsim will have his full stacks, and you can go with his C3, plus they trigger on the C2, and the C3 will deal insane amount of damage. So they are absolutely insane, plus they will help you in the flame tower. Talking about towers, if you want to build a unit for towers, yes, Cammy and Vega will help you there, but in the fire towers, we have 2 insane or 3 insane carries, which is Viper, Fire Adon, and Dhalsim. And you don't need actually to build Cammy and Vega if you're looking for the towers. Build the other normal characters, it will help you. Now, if we have a second, if we have 2 teams on the tower in the future, I would say also skip the fire, it's not worth it. But for the rest of the towers, if you're having problem in the Thunder Tower, I would recommend through all of the rest of that are here, even before Akuma, before the new Jury, even before trendy Akuma, I would recommend building Guile. Trendy Guile is insane, plus for bossing he deals insane amount of damage. The guy is good, he's really good. He's not top tier, he's not low tier, he's not mid tier, he's a good tier. He's above the average, which was with his damage for bossing in story mode, he does a great amount. And in tower, in the electric tower now, the Thunder Tower, he's the main carry, like the main protagonist for the Thunder Tower. Now you can play Poison, she's still valid. I'm playing Poison, I'm not having any thought to build him. Mad Ryu doesn't work there, we understand. Maybe a little bit if you're like having the same level with the enemies, you can work with Mad Ryu. Other than that, Poison is your answer, or you can go and build this guy, especially for the Thunder Tower. I would say he will help in story as well, and he's good in PvP. I saw many lineups in PvP that are really crazy and really good with him. Now, for trendy Akuma, if you want to build trendy Akuma, it's not that wrong, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now, trendy Akuma, I will tell you something that if you don't know about him, you'll know now. He has the highest damage output in the game throughout any character with a single hit. But this hit occurs one time, which is Annihilation, which is his downfall. If it occurs many times and he can repeat it, that would make him broken. But so far it doesn't work. This is why we don't need to use him. Plus, the Tower of the Wind doesn't have 2 teams yet. And if it have 2 teams, I would say that maybe he would become relevant then, because we have the carries such as Chun-Li and Cammy on the Wind that they don't deal that much of damage, or maybe they will release other units that will be with the Wind faction that can carry. So far we have Guile and he does insane damage, and Guile is the one to go for the tower, so no need to build trendy Akuma. Now, trendy Akuma, he's not bad as well, but he's a mistake to build if you didn't build the other units before. All the other units have their utility, they can help you in other places. Like Akuma, you need him to carry you through the Tower of the Wind, and for Rich Honda, everywhere. For Goken, he's the best tank in the game. For Oni, Visconde Vega, for bossing and the Tower of the Infernal faction as well. Summer Elena, she's the best support in the game. Cammy and Vega can help you with the bossing teams. Now you can use them in tower, as I said, but they are mainly if you want to pull them just to make the Dhalsim team deals even more damage with them, because they amplify the fire damage as well. Now for trendy Guile, the only usage for him, or you want to pull him, is he's the best carry for the Thunder Tower. If you're having problems, if you have money and you're spending and you build all of these units I'm talking about, and now it becomes for you for baddest Jury, for trendy Akuma, and for trendy Guile, I would say trendy Guile is the way to go for your tower progress. Now, trendy Akuma is the last one that I would think about building from this list. Now, we have another unit that I would also stay away from, which is baddest Jury. She's good, she's the best damage output throughout the Trigger faction. But the thing is, you're playing carries. If you play her on the lineup, she will not enhance anything except a C2 of a random unit, and we know that the C2 of other units is not that impactful unless it's somebody like Akuma. So you would play her for being a carry, and she doesn't deal that crazy amount of damage numbers. We saw her with fully maxed investment against other lineups. Viper did more damage, Akuma did more damage. Even when AoE, it comes to AoE, Akuma did, even with single target on one unit, more damage than her dealing AoE damage on all of the lineup. So I would say she's a good trigger character. They tried to buff her and make her look insane. She does incredible amount of damage, but she is not a priority for you to go. If you want trigger characters for you to work with, the trigger characters that provide utility, that adds something, like even Ryu. Why he's a top tier trigger character? Because he's silenced, he goes through immunity, and he lowers the combo meter or the energy bar of your enemies, which will make you a little bit stronger or give you the advantage and not the enemy try to go with their combos, which is absolutely perfect. And yeah, that was it for this list. Let me know your opinion about the lists, and if you would agree or disagree with me. Tell me what you think is better than what, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fight, time to fight.